guys doing double duty, so I appreciate that from TG.
Thanks, Coach. Look forward to seeing you second half.
Thanks, Jen.
Guys.
All right, Jen, thank you so much. Thanks to Coach. 24-6 at the half. We'll be back for the halftime show after this word from our sponsors.
What?
So what are you naming?
I got the screens. I got the games. I got 2 reels going. Yeah, my family switched to T-Mobile and saved like $1,000 on the phone and took
No.
Here to bring what matters together. Families up to $1,000 a year when they bundle 4 phone lines with a faster 5G internet. And your price won't go up for the next 5 years.
A little bit of a settings dilemma here. My co-pilot here can't use his controller. Hold on.
So where's the red guys?
How about you just
It's
take him for
about
a
time
minute
to
to
say
go?
I'm still hyped.
Yeah, bro, not the time.
Shit.
You know, you should only be. I'd say you shouldn't be scared, but this guy piloting is really bad. So we're probably all going to die. That's all lies. Where do you guys need to go? Where do you guys need to go?
You can just drop us here.
All right. Do a 360.
I'm gonna stay in the helicopter.
That red guy right there.
I'm not feeling too safe right now.
Holy shit, what happened?
What? Our helicopter's on fire? What just happened? Did you throw a bomb at it? Did it have no more bombs?
They doubled the price. That's right. Collins and Trump raised prices for over 1 million Georgians.
Inside their own 10-yard line.
Tell Collins and Trump.
Sanders on first
raising prices.
and some pushback there. And that could be the final play of the lightning interrupted first quarter. Although the Browns going no harder.
Your computer?
You did have a bomb.
Yeah.
What is your teams? Oh, I saw it. So why aren't you ducking?
Did you kill him?
I don't know, I didn't see.
There's another one on the.
Where are you going?
Are the true storylines of these girls being very brave to sign up to play something that's never been done before. My dad actually goes through Falcons. He's just so proud of like everything that flag football is and everything that I've done in the sport. So many memories going to state championships, playing against their memories.
Who would
At the
join
beginning, a lot of people
I wanna stay and watch the Bills from this.
Dear crew, it's so cool to be something that started so small has grown to like sports fans and even nobody's.
Lease a personal RAV4 with 0 down and first month's payment of $399 due at signing. Find yours at Toyota.com. When doubt surrounds you, let's go places. Hope from others and places that feel especially. Second chances here and everything else. But it's this shines brightest.
We can do anything we want, but I think the alignment between the Bills and Southwest is really what's making it happen. I don't know that there are two organizations that do more for Buffalo.
Doesn't like a little extra.
At Blood Health, there's no off season.
Extra guac. Extra extra starch. Extra steak.
Verizon, you can get the new Simplicity plan for only $30 a line. For the Simplicity, just $30 a line.
Start of the second quarter here in Cleveland, Ohio. We're tied at 7. Back in the booth with Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalan. We have a very special guest who's way too tall for this booth. There he is. John Fitos, former Bills offensive lineman, joins us. Of course, his son Bruno is a rookie offensive lineman for the Bills. John, thanks so much for coming up to our little perch here in the corner of the end zone as we watch this second quarter between Vidarian Mathis with the tackle. All this time, and now with your son wearing the Bills jersey. It's not special enough being a Bills legend like Steve Tasker to see your kid wearing the jersey that you wore on the field in Buffalo. It's nothing short of exhilarating and surreal. Can't imagine what that is like. And love what Bruno said about trying to continue the legacy of the name. In some ways, I can't imagine how special it is, but also there is some pressure for Bruno as well. How has he fared, and what have you seen from him throughout this training camp?
Well, Bruno and I are very different, and I've always said to him, your football career is completely separate from my life, right?
Got him.
You're doing this thing, you're a contract worker, you're going to make the best of it. He approaches the game very methodically. He puts in extra work. He goes on days when people aren't there. He gets extra work in the weight room and on the field. We've been snapping balls all over the city of Buffalo after practice, after training camp. He's working hard. I'm just, wishing the best for him. They're giving him an opportunity to expand. Was he a guard center? Was he a guard in college? Tackle and tackle. Moved him down to guard, and now they're giving him a chance to snap it as well to give him the best chance to make the team. That's right. Well, with Connor McGovern on the sideline for who knows how long, they were a little thin in center, so instead of taking guard reps, he's exclusive in center right now. I think he did well enough
competitive thing too, because you're a coach and certain coaches want to make sure that the players can adapt to certain temperatures playing.
Began to use with the two playing in that started at left tackle last year. Now versus Tilly as he tries to make this Buffalo Bills roster or the practice squad. Certainly a guy that if you control that, it certainly helps your chances. When you look at a 3rd down and 6 here for Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. Sanders swings it to Sanders. He's going to miss. It was Keontae Jenkins and Caleb Zorn over for the Tigers.
No hostiles down this way, hostiles this way. Squad mate. Squad mate. We have hostiles in the bushes over there.
off MSRP or get the lowest lease payment of the year on a new Silverado. Hurry, these unprecedented deals end soon at Western Chevy.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the
Ready?
purposes of all audiences. Any use of this broadcast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game is the consent of NFL Productions.
Available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tune suspension, and trim. Falcons preseason football. Honda's Volume 1 filed summer record as the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Right now, you can get $289 plus lease for 2026 CRV. All shows right Stop at the Colonial Farm today. Back here in Indianapolis. On this Saturday afternoon, a great first half of football for the Falcons. Hitting 24-6 over the Colts. Hello again, Justin Kutcher. Alongside Corey Warner and TJ Shotgun. Guys, that's amazing. What a difference a week from last week to this week to how the Falcons played. Shot, what do you take away from the first half? It's exactly what you want. You want to see a team that is already right on one here, but it's obviously finally a little bit better. Now, so that's it. Joining us in this room with the legend of the game.
Contested.
Defensively, the aggression, the physicality has
Keep an eye out here. I'm coming behind us over here.
such a thrill as the Bills open up this drive.
That's what I was thinking. Keep popping up over there.
Bills in 1992 lost 10 years at the Buffalo organization. Defense 0 for 6 on the old glory days. Stefanski finds it. Don't bring a two-time coach of the year. I don't know if I'm yet for the number customers here. Week 2, it's a whole different team this week. When you look at those rookies, domination, looking at 7 outcomes right now. She'll get those motion. Play action to George Jr. 0 for 6. Well, I think when I entered the league, it was much more than his first touchdown in the NFL. I wonder who's going to get that game now. Will it be Dexter? Either Philip Jones away from college. Maybe it's just more exciting because it's his quarterbacks are now running backs over there. So the defense doesn't have to defend against 10 anymore. They have to defend against 11. It makes for a much more dynamic game. I for one love it. I've said that as well. Just bring the efficiency quarterback. Getting another chance to push. You see the replay on the third down. Good comeback. It's from the Browns. They're 11 good opportunity the team. So Dolphins first went 50 yards. Now, this is the first half of year 2. Yeah, this year is a really good start. The first half there from the team. I think the energy, you can feel it. There's a build that goes on there. Things you're working on, not just different things that you're working on, this team continues to grow and build. And I think the energy in the first half. Good snap by Reed Burris. Let's go back to Armstead's taking this role. And I'm going to turn for the Browns. It's hard for a lot of people, but you think about it, you got three young sons, right? Yeah, good catch. Three young sons. You're playing like a commercial. I'll come right back. Nicest course in the city here. Would you decide to come back here? What was the main reason why you want to come back here for the organization? Be the position you're in. Well, it starts with ownership.
With Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, you get personalized tools that fit your organization.
To this organization.
Because life.
That was really something that was special for me.
Highmark Blue Cross
All
Blue
sorts
Shield.
of weapons all across the. Boy, do we have a roster here today. It looks like he's pulling out Evans' Bills damage contract. Just here we go. 30, 20. Outstanding. Now this is accuracy. Take off the troops and strength to the Bills.
Dear crew, in an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome. From sports fans and eco buffs to movie fans. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota.
Lease a personal RAV4 with 0 down and first month's payment of $399 due at signing. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Bills fans, Collider Health has teamed up with the Buffalo Bills on an exciting fundraising event at the new Highmark Stadium. Join the Hike for Health and step up for our community. Register today at hikeforhealth.com. Back in the booth with Steve Tasker, and our special guest is John Fina, former Bills offensive lineman, whose son Bruno is now a rookie lineman on the Bills, as we are tied at 7.
So best case scenario, Bruno does make it onto the roster or even the practice squad. How many games are you going to make it before you part this year?
Well, right now we're booked for 3, Steve, but he makes it here. You know what? You might see me for a good 7 or 8. You have another son, Roman. Yep, Roman's at Duke. He's going into his second year. Unfortunately, suffered an ACL injury a couple of weeks ago. Had surgery last week. And recovering very well, very straightforward. So long road to recovery, but he's a big, strong kid. He's really great. Shedeur Sanders remains the quarterback for the race coach.
Customer service is always there. Friendly.
Also one of Bruno's teammates from UCLA. Oh, there you go.
Everything feels just right.
Got some smart kids, John. Duke, UCLA.
Did something right.
Yeah, that's true. They are much smarter than their father. They take after their mother, I assume.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
That's fair.
I asked you during commercial, give me a good Steve Tasker story from back in the day. You said you don't have any.
You know what? I mean, the guy's up for sainthood. You know, we're calling the Pope every day. He was a terrific teammate, a great leader, and always a very steady guy in the locker room. Steve, you know, you don't know it, but oftentimes you gave me a great role model that I could always look to.
well, John will be welcome in the booth again next week.
You know, one thing, John, I want to get your opinion on. We were talking last night, Steve and I, at dinner, because Joe Brady told us that at the joint practice on Thursday, the best players on the field were Josh Allen and Bradley Chubb. Two of their better players, obviously Josh their best. And Steve was remembering when, you know, Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas would bring it every day at practice back in the day, and the tone that set for the rest of the team. Tell us a little bit about that when your best players are also your hardest workers.
You know, you can't replace that kind of thing. You have to be able to look up to the leaders of the team just by the fact that they work their butts off every day. And when I arrived in Buffalo, it was a very old team. There were a lot of veterans, and they just did the work. And you took those guys as role models. Of course, they were successful, so everybody was anticipating another good season, so that doesn't hurt. But those guys were fantastic. They just went and they worked every day and gave it every rep.
Yeah, it's not, John, putting in a 10-year career, you know, it certainly, some of it is good luck and good fortune with injuries and stuff, but what are the keys to, you know, a long surviving career, just where you're productive throughout all 10 years? What do you think is the main ingredient to that?
I think the number one thing is you have to give the coaches confidence that you're not going to make mistakes. You know, you can lose a one-on-one battle, Steve, but if you're not blocking the right guy, you're not any help at all.
Flag is down as Sanders takes off. He's got enough for the first down, but let's see what the penalty marker is, and it looks like this one's coming back. A hold against the Browns.
Right as Shedeur.
Holding. Officer 70. 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
What happens, and John, you can speak to this, the quarterback runs outside and the offensive lineman doesn't know, and as Zane Durant tries to disengage, they just grab on.
You know, it's a feel thing, and you're never right. That's what you always know. You're never right. And just a little bit of a tug, and they call the flag. I think that's kind of an iffy call. There's so much space there that, you know, the deep tackle's not going to catch Shedeur in the open field, but you got to stick to the rule book.
This is a Bills broadcast, John. Just remember that.
I get that.
We're not neutral. I'm just kidding.
Yes, that's right. Only bias is allowed in the booth.
We're wearing Bills shirts on the air. Third down and 15.
I stand corrected. I'll behave properly. I promise, Steve.
Sanders with time. Good coverage downfield by Buffalo, but Sanders squeezes one in a tight window to Luke Floria. He caught the touchdown, and he picks up the first down for the Browns.
Floria comes through. DeMar is going to just freeze his feet right here. He's going to get caught right there. Just a half a step late and can't accelerate fast enough to change directions to catch up to Floria. Sanders once again with enough time to wait on that route to take place. It got deep crossing route to the opposite side of the field. Takes a long time, but Sanders hung in there.
Approaching 7 minutes to go in the first half. And here's a handoff to Sanders, and he gets away from Igbinosun, but he did enough to trip him up and slow him down. So a nice play by the rookie second rounder out of Ohio State.
Yeah, nice tackle for loss by Igbinosun. He's going to come out, just gets enough of Sanders. Like I said earlier, Sanders is 230 pounds. And when he gives that little shimmy, you know, if you're off balance, you're not taking him down, a 230-pound guy, and that's a nice move by Sanders to get out, but Igbinosun got enough of him to trip him up for the tackle for loss. You can get away with a lot of stuff, particularly when you see the play develop early, and Igbinosun got there so fast, he hit him 2 or 3 yards deep, and it ended up being a 2-yard loss.
And Steve, when that running back is 230 pounds, I think the aiming point was right.
Just above his shoelaces.
That's right.
Well, Davison Igbinosun is in our Pepsi Rookie Spotlight, as you see a little bit more about the native of Union, New Jersey, who played just down the road at Ohio State. This Pepsi Rookie Spotlight brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Buffalo Bills.
All these guys are special, but Igbinosun, I want to finger quotes, is a typical young NFL corner. His confidence is bulletproof.
2nd and 7, and Sanders swings one out to Larvadan, and good coverage there by Buffalo as Dorian Williams coming over to make the tackle.
You know, when you don't know what you don't know yet, Steve, your confidence could be high. Right. The trouble is when you learn a little bit more.
Yes, experience is what breaks you, darkens your spirit, and makes you bitter.
Oh, boy. The broadcast booth just got dark.
Yep. As dark as the clouds about an hour ago. And a 1-hour lightning delay, and now with 5:40 to go in the first half, the Browns are looking at 3rd down and 7. Sanders fires right, and a penalty marker's out. Looked like good coverage by Toriano Pride, the rookie from Missouri, but he might be guilty here.
I think he caught him with his hands and might not have let go quick enough.
Here's Bill Vinovich.
Pass interference. Defense number 32. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
So Toriano Pride called for pass interference for the 2nd consecutive week.
Right there, you see that. That's
too much.
Yeah, it's too much. The ball was in the air as well, so it's not holding. It's interference, and they caught him. And that was an easy call.
The second hardest position on the field, Steve.
What's the first hardest?
Tackle, of course.
Give me throw you that softball.
On 1st down. And not much room there for Sanders as Kenai Walker comes up again. John, give us a sense of your thoughts on the new Highmark Stadium.
I walked into the stadium, Andrew, and I looked around and I said the Buffalo Bills have decided to join the NFL. It is just a fantastic environment. I love all the little detail nods to all the Buffalo neighborhoods and traditions. I soaked it up twice. I'm going to get there back next week, so I'll be in the booth.
All right.
I'll be in the booth next week.
Right.
And I can't get enough of it.
It's awesome.
Fantastic.
I'll write down what I want you to say about me.
Sanders over the middle, deflected and intercepted. DeMar Hamlin has the pick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hamlin spun down at the 12, and the Bills come up with a turnover.
Yeah, tough break throwing it into traffic. Now, there was a lot of guys around, but it looked like it wasn't a bad decision by Sanders. Just a little behind it. Just enough to get it up in the air. Hamlin's right there, and that's the turnover.
John Fina, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week in the booth.
I hope so, Andrew. Thank you. Thanks, Steve.
every injury lawyer says they fight. At Buffalo Law, we win.
At Buffalo Law, we never back down.
At Buffalo Law, we push back. At Buffalo Law, we win.
Do we look like anyone pushes us around?
Not insurance companies, not lawyers, not anyone.
Get Buffalo Law. We win.
It's just that simple.
This is an incredibly special partnership for us.
We are proud of our strong partnership Seneca Resorts and Casino and the Buffalo Bills have built together. Our team knows well the feeling of opening and operating world-class properties that are built for big moments. Remember, this is a big moment.
We can do anything in this town, but I think the alignment between the Bills and Seneca is really what's making it happen. I don't know that if there are two organizations that do more for Buffalo.
At Kaleida Health, there's no off-season. Train. We win, we celebrate, because every day is game day. Hometown hearts cheer for our Bills and care for our community. After all, Buffalo's built for the teams that never quit. And here, care runs
what?
Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, you okay? Yeah, just changing up my look. I see that. I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Huh. Well, you look stunning.
Enjoy your car.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $119 a month or get $2,000 customer cash. Hurry in.
Let's take a look at our player profile, brought to you by Wegmans, and a couple of young guys up front for the Bills, trying to fight for some more playing time. We've already seen both make plays today in Landon Jackson and TJ Sanders.
See if the Bills can get some first downs after a very solid first drive. They were 3 and out the second possession. We'll see if they can get their mojo back here.
Wegmans, enjoy delicious, freshly prepared meals and catering with Meals to Go. Download the app or visit mealstogo.com to order. Here's a handoff to Frank Gore Jr. and he fumbles, but it looks like Buffalo has recovered. Let's go back to the interception by Damar Hamlin, and really it was made possible by Buffalo Joe. Joe Andreessen got a hand on it right there, popping it up in the air for Hamlin.
Yeah, a little bit behind Terry, the running back, and popped right up into the hands of Hamlin. Great job by Joe Andreessen, just kind of hang in there with that play. Turnover for Buffalo.
Second down and 8. Allen looking across the field for Sherfield, who's able to hang on after taking a big hit.
That was a nice throw by Kyle Allen. Feathered it in over the linebackers, got this to the second level and got it there before the corner could slough off to help in the coverage. That's a great job. Donovan McMillan coming off there, the corner right there, 31's coming back off the short receiver to get in on that play. Sherfield concentrating because I tell you, he could see him, the defender coming, and still made that catch.
A 20-yard pickup for Sherfield. First down and 10 for Buffalo. It's a handoff to Hardman, and McCole Hardman is tripped up as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Bills are short some receivers today. It was a good sign that Skylar Bell is starting to get closer to returning, but he suffered a groin injury at practice on August 8th. He said it's been super frustrating, and Bell, the 4th-round pick out of UConn, is missing his second consecutive preseason game. Dante Pettis also nicked up today at wide receiver. So, as Joe Brady told us yesterday, a number of the receivers who had a lot of reps on Thursday at practice are going to have to go the distance again today with the starters not playing.
It almost seemed as though the Bills were using a lot more tight end formations in the practice on Thursday with Kincaid, Knox, Hawes, and Latu.
because you felt like the receivers just need a break. They didn't have enough guys to get rotation in on all the plays they were running.
Here are some of those players fighting to be the 5th and maybe 6th wide receiver on this roster. Great opportunity today as we hit the 2-minute warning in the first half. We're tied at 7.
There it is. That blue light. A perfect balance between a classic Canadian recipe and American brewing know-how. But we'd like to call it Mafia Fuel. Why? Because go Bills!
At Kaleida Health, there's no off-season. Train. We win, we celebrate. Because every day is game day. Hometown hearts need to cheer for our Bills and care for our community. After all, Buffalo's built for the teams that never quit. And here, care runs deep. Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
It's the hottest day of the year, and my window unit finally kept it.
Time for an upgrade. So I called T-Mark.
Dawson knocks for T-Mark.
That's lovely.
T-Mark, calling the home team.
This will keep you comfortable all year round.
That doesn't mean stop.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days. And a trailer backup guide. That's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks. Lease a rugged Tacoma with 0 down and first month's payment of $399 to its signing. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Refresh your morning ritual with the $6 Tim's Trio. Freshly brewed premium coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons.
Here's the kickoff, and it goes to Robinson, who takes it from the scrimmage.
Dude, this is a big game. Okay, fine.
Whoa, you got the game?
Yep. Go.
Are you guys watching the game?
Yes, with enough of us.
It's 4th and goal, and the clock continues to tick. Oh, no. What will they do?
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus, and keep the NFL in reach.
Beef, salt, a splash of red fire. Glad you made it. Grab a plate and fill your cup. Mind your elbows, or not.
Pretty soon we'll return to the tailgating scenes at Highmark Stadium, but coming up at the half, we've got Joe Brady mic'd up, plus the Emmy Award-winning Embedded Show takes us to DJ Moore's football camp. It's all brought to you by Seneca Resorts and Casinos, the official casino of the Buffalo Bills. Also, before the half, Maddie is going to track down Joe Brady and get his thoughts on the first half. 3rd down and 4 for Buffalo. Stephen Gosnell, the motion man. Fires over the middle, broken up. Intended for Hardman, and Nathaniel Watson got a hand on it. Out comes the punt team for Buffalo.
Yeah, after a promising start to that drive, they will be able to change field position after this, after getting a couple of first downs, but it's going to be another opportunity for Doman to come out after not getting a chance to do it a week ago. 3 punts in the first half here today.
Hard to have a punting competition when you don't punt.
Yeah, that seems like a prerequisite.
Holding for Bass also is part of the equation, but this is a very important part as Doman with a high kick. Fair catch called at the 17-yard line with 1:48 to go in the first half. Let's check in with Maddie.
7th-round rookie punter Tommy Doman Jr. had Buffalo on his mind before he was drafted. He's a Michigan native, but beginning in high school, he started to travel to Buffalo to train with his kicking coach, Adam Tonalski. He spent a month in Buffalo before the draft, watched a Bills playoff game, got to know the fan base, checked out the new stadium, and he said, when I was drafted by Buffalo, I was so fired up, but also laughed because Josh Allen doesn't need me to punt. Now in a punting competition with Mitch Wishnowsky, he says what makes him stand apart is his athleticism and preparation. He led the FBS in hang time last year at Florida at 4.52 seconds.
A couple good ones here in the first half already, Maddie, and certainly holding, as we mentioned. That's a part of this competition as well. He held for Bass last week and again on the extra point in the first quarter. Here's Sanders getting rid of it, and Joe Andreessen is there. Can't get the man to the ground, but he did enough to slow him down, and then finished off by Dwayne Carter.
It'll be interesting to see where they spot this. He was down, then knocked down, and got thrown further back. You're going to see, watch, they recognize it and start to pursue. Andreessen's out there. There he's loose again. Should be just at the 10-yard line, and that's where they gave him outside the 10-yard line. I don't know. Great job by the Bills defense. Andreessen and Zane Durant all saw that play develop and got out to stop it.
A loss of 6 on first down. Handoff here. It's Devon Booth, the rookie from Mississippi State. And Joe Brady is going to run down the field and call a timeout. With 1:28 to go, the Bills use their first timeout of the half. Asked Joe Brady about last week with the headset, his head coaching debut, and he said he didn't feel a lot of nerves, and he felt good with the flow on the field and in his headset. He said he just threw that flag in the second half to practice the communication with the booth upstairs, wanted to get a feel for that. He said, I think I hit all the right buttons when I wanted to talk to Pete Carmichael. I got that button when I wanted to talk to Jim Leonard. I hit that button. So all in all, he was pretty satisfied with the way that part of his head coaching debut went.
I can relate it. As a person of a certain vintage, I know what it is to struggle with the electronics, you know, and they got to switch over. There are two conversations on the headset, one offense and one defense. The head coach is a part of both of them, and dropping in and out of those conversations sounds easy, but it's vitally important as well to do it right.
On 3rd and long, Booth again, and Andreessen able to get him to the ground. There's a flag on the near side of the field.
That's what Joe Andreessen can bring to the team. That's why he's been around for a minute. The guy tackles really
offside.
well.
Defense number 99. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
And an offside penalty against T.J. Parker.
We'll see it here. Yeah, got caught in the neutral zone. But Andreessen came out, had some space, and actually made that tackle. That's why he's such a great special teams player as well. You got to make a lot of tackles out in some wide spaces. Andreessen showing why he's hung around with this Buffalo Bills team.
Brandon Beane raving to us yesterday about the special teams play of Joe Andreessen. 3rd down and 8 following the penalty. Sanders is hit as he throws. It's incomplete. There's a flag down. I think this is going to be a hold against Cleveland.
Holding. Offense number 70. Penalty decline. Results of the play. 4th down.
Zach Zinter playing left tackle in that rep. Working. See there.
So on 4th down, Cleveland will punt, and again it's Ray Davis back deep to receive the punt for Buffalo.
Yeah, that was DeJuan Jones of Cleveland, who's listed at 6'8", 374. So in case you're wondering why the sun's not shining, he's blocking it out.
I thought John Fino was big. I couldn't fit in our booth shot. Davis backpedaling, and he will return this from his own 26-yard line. And Davis is stopped short of the 40 with 62 seconds remaining in the first half. The Bills have 2 timeouts remaining.
This is
This is the kind of situational football that they spent a lot of time on Thursday working on. 2-minute drills, 3rd and long, red zone, short yardage. The Bills acquitted themselves extremely well. They did have a different quarterback in the game with Josh Allen, but Kyle Allen going to come in and try and generate this. 62 seconds is pretty good, but they're going to have to push the ball down the field. It'll be interesting to see if the Browns come out in a light box where the Bills feel comfortable handing it off with 2 timeouts and try and get a big chunk on the ground.
Frank Gore Jr., the running back. Kyle Allen throwing on 1st down. And he's got a short completion to Hardman. And the Bills will hustle back to the line inside a minute to go. Allen taking a deep shot down the field. He's got a man, and it is caught. Jamori Macklin reels it in. What a throw by Kyle Allen, and Macklin, the rookie out of Kentucky, makes the catch.
They got a chance. Now the time ceases to be a problem. 30 seconds and counting out 26.
37-yard completion. Allen back to the air. And along the sideline, he's got the tight end Shane Zylstra, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. But how about this throw by Kyle Allen?
This is right on the money. Hitch step, timed perfectly. And man, oh man, Macklin pulls it in with some pretty good coverage on him as well. Allen has had a good camp, but when your running mate is Josh Allen.
Replay assist comes in to give Buffalo a 1st down on that play. They respotted a pickup of 10.
Well, Kyle Allen's had a good camp, but when you're standing next to Josh Allen, it's kind of hard to show up big time because that guy's having a good camp too. This just did.
Allen is 9 of 11 here in the 1st half. 1st and goal for Buffalo. Quick pass to Hardman. Blockers ahead. Hardman at the 5. Hardman still going. Touchdown. McCall Hardman. And a quick strike